sadly, since the last time I spoke with you, your trainer and close friend Dominic Denucci passed away, WWE Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that? He did live, I believe, to be almost 90.
Yeah, it sounds sort of crazy to say it this way, but I was stunned when I got that phone call. Dominic had always said, he's going to make 105 before he leaves, right? And he was so healthy. I mean, stop and think. At 90 years old, had all his teeth, didn't use a hearing aid, didn't use glasses, ate a pristine diet. It was really, really something with his diet. His body was banged up, obviously from wrestling, and he was almost 90 years old. But he was an incredibly healthy and vigorous 89 years old. He hadn't been feeling well for a few days. I have no doubt the pandemic really hurt Dominic, because Dominic's a people person, had to be around people. And if you ever saw him around people, you understand what I'm talking about. He just like a flower to sun. And he hadn't been feeling well for a couple of days. And his daughter took him to the hospital just to play it safe. And they over the pandemic, there have been 3 or 4 of these episodes where he'd go to the hospital, overnight, come home tomorrow. When they got him to the hospital, when you asked Dominic how he felt, he'd usually give you a number. I feel 100%, or I feel 95%. If he said 90, that meant he wasn't feeling well. And when Danielle took him just as a precaution, because he hadn't been acting himself for a couple of days, got him to the hospital, and his blood pressure was 44/40, which is mind-blowingly low. That he was even still conscious at that level is surprising. So they immediately rushed him back, got an IV in him. He had an infection shortly before that, and so they started giving him antibiotics as well. Within an hour, his blood pressure had doubled, and he was joking with the doctors and flirting with the nurses, being Dominic. His daughter went home fully expecting to pick him up the next day, and she got home 15, 20 minutes after getting home, got the phone call that he was gone. Cody Michaels had called me, and ironically, his mother had broken her hip and had surgery that same day. So he had called me earlier and said she was she was in recovery and she was doing well. He said, "Hey, here comes the doctor now. Let me call you back." And maybe 30 minutes later, he called back. I was making dinner, and my hands and stuff were in food, so I couldn't answer the phone immediately. And he called right back 2 more times, which isn't like him. So I started thinking, oh my God, something happened to his mother. So I called him back and I said, "Mark, what's up? Is your mom okay?" He stammered for saying, he said, "What?" Said, Dominic's gone. And when he said, it sounds stupid now, but I said, "What do you mean gone? Gone where? Did he?" I'm thinking it sounds to me like he's left home and they can't find him. And he said, "No, he's gone." And when it sunk into me, I literally, the room spun on me. I felt like I was drunk. It just didn't settle in, and it probably didn't for several weeks. I just kept expecting I can go out to Dominic's tomorrow and see him, because he'd always been there. But I'm happy. Whatever it was, he didn't suffer. Whatever happened quickly, and I'm happy for him because he deserved that. Dominic was an incredible guy. Really gave me my entire career. And was always there as a sounding board. If there was something you weren't sure about or whatever, could always call him. And we were still making appearances. So I'd take him with me on the road, and had taken him to Australia with me a couple of years ago. Just really amazing. But I can tell you this, that the world, when people like Dominic die, the world grows a little bit dimmer, because he was just good people. What the world needs more of.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free and help our channel grow. Follow us on Twitter at the Hannibal TV for instant updates.